one of my small pet projects that I was planning during my before the PC broke, a little bit when the PC broke, for as far that was possible, was to buy the most shittiest and cheapest motorcycle I could, scooter I could find, because you don't have to pay any road taxes. Insurance is a couple of bucks a month, and then just would own it until it's dead. Just ride it like you stole it, kinda. And keep riding it until it's fully dead. Doesn't have to look nice. All the plastic can be broken, I don't care, as long as it rides. And I can ride it until it breaks. That was kinda the planning. So yeah, preferable scooter that's less than 100 euros. And I can just ride literally like I stole it. Crashing doesn't matter, etc. Just for fun. Going off-road and stuff like that. And I also feel the chance of getting caught is less. Searching for a cheap scooter without a PC is kind of difficulty, and money-wise, well, I had to spend some money on the PC, so that also became a problem. The last couple of months weren't the most rich months of the year, so maybe when I got some holiday funds, or when Google pays out, that would be even better. Just use Google payout for the scooter. I also have a budget, like that is what Google paid, that is what I will use for a scooter, so it's no loss on my salary or my regular income. And you use the money you get to upgrade the channel. Then again, with the rate that Google is, you know, AdSense is working and stuff like that, I think Google will pay me somewhere next year. I've been in this business for 5 years. I have 3 different channels. Well, technically 4, but the 4th one is cancelled. So 3 different channels that bring income. And I have a Info Nu, something like that, a Dutch text-based website that literally is all about text and information, and that generates about, well, nothing probably. Oh, give or take all that into account, that's a lot of views I'm getting. Not as much as the big players, I mean, come on, but still a lot. And I got paid 160 euros somewhere in 2013, I'm guessing. And that's it. My second income is still waiting for it to be high enough. So yeah, not a very rich amount of money. The fun is you can have so much fun with stuff like this. I mean, even a small corner like this is like almost sideways. The same goes for lower cc bikes, for example. You don't want to go with for work or longer trips or road trips or group rides or whatever, but just sometimes for fun. Yeah, I can dig that. Of course it will be a luxury. Then again, the girlfriend can also use it besides me, so it's not like I'm only buying it for me or the channel. And at some point I had a car, the Honda and the Kawasaki. I mean, that was luxury. Owning one car and 2 motorcycles, that's luxury. Now I'm at 1 car and 1 motorcycle, and the car apparently did not ran through the test successfully. So we have something to repair or adjust or whatever. And I think up to now all the cars I owned, except the first one, did not pass their test. Only the very first test I did. No, the second test I did. I don't know. The first or the second test the car passed on the first go. Every other single test I did in the last few years meant fixing something and retesting it, and that's shit. Really shit. I think that if I buy a new car, I still manage to get it to not pass the test. Sometimes the things that they say, well, that's wrong, are so small and little. If one of the headlights is not the same level as the other one, it's a mistest. I had I don't know what else I had so many wrongs with all the cars, especially the Peugeot. And I always said I never buy a Peugeot. And for some stupid reason I decided, you know what, I will buy a Peugeot. Just because, you know, it was from a colleague. So I thought, why the fuck not? Oh, it was from a friend of a colleague. And we test drove it and it looked really good. And not that much wrong with it. And still in the end it was shit. So once and never again. The first car was the best car I ever owned, Daewoo Matiz. Very small one. Very nice to drive. And very well maintained. So that car was very nice. But yeah, I crashed the car on the bridge. And I didn't care. And I crashed my car on the bridge around the same time that hit came out. And at first that song irritated me just because I crashed my car. And after a while I could like it and actually, you know, saw the fun of it. And I started to take it as my song for that year. Because at that moment I was still living with my parents. I crashed it right before I went to vacation in England. Which was a really bad time because I had to sell the car while I was in England. So thankful my dad was there. That's also one of the reasons why I bought the Peugeot, because I needed to get a new car as quick as possible because of work. So that was one of the reasons why I bought the Peugeot. But afterwards, you know, I was living with my parents, I was earning enough. So I literally tended to not care that I crashed my car onto the bridge. Nowadays especially I can just make fun of it. But yeah, that was the best car I ever owned. The Kia is coming close to it, although it is already costing more in maintenance. There's some fair problems. Tires are cheap though. The two front tires, and this is a front wheel drive car, but the two front tires, replacement and stabilizing it, is about the same price as one tire for the motorcycle. Especially from the Kawasaki, these were expensive because they were special sizes. I think the rear one of the Kawasaki is the most expensive one I ever changed. Although the Honda is not much cheaper than that, but there's a big price difference right there. So probably all 4 tires of the car are cheaper than 2 tires of the bike. Interesting. But yeah, thanks for watching.